If it doesn't, then I'll just switch to a Hangout. We'll find out if the audio levels are any good and stuff. So, how have you both been?
Sorry, that was a bit broken up then. Say again?
I said, how have you both been?
Good. Went to a gig on Friday, which was good.
Who'd you see?
And saw Satyricon.
Oh, really? That is
Yes,
cool.
it was amazing.
Oh, I'm very jealous. Who was supporting?
Another...
Fight the Fight.
Yeah, who were like a tiny Norwegian group.
Mm-hmm.
And a Greek thrash metal band called Suicidal Angels.
They definitely had stage presence. You have to give them that.
They've certainly got an interesting name. I've heard of a few bands with the word suicide in their names, and I kind of feel like their appeal is limited.
Yeah, I mean, they were all right if you like thrash metal.
No, I don't mind thrash metal.
One of those bands are probably... I've listened to the album, some of the stuff on Spotify and stuff, and it sounds better than they sound live. That's Fight the Fight. I mean, Fight the Fight sound great, recorded.
Yeah, I know.
They can't do harmonies. They have harmonies recorded and they play them back.
Yeah, I've seen a few bands like that. I was really excited to see Trivium a long time ago. This was, and live they are absolutely shit.
Really?
Oh yeah, really? Trivium suck live. Matt Heffy can't sing live. It's like Lost Prophets when they were before the singer was found out to be a meth addicted paedophile. He can't sing live either. Just doesn't work. It makes me cry.
What's his name from Fear Factory? What's his name?
Burton C. Bell.
Burton C. Bell, yeah. Especially now, if you see him like do live stuff now, he's like, he's still getting on a bit. What notes he could just about hold, now can't at all.
So why can't they just take a lesson?
You can say that a bit about Manson.
Yeah, why can't they just take a page out of Bruce Dickinson's book? Protect your voice, look after yourself, and you'll have a nice long career. Manson is a very difficult vocal range. It sounds like he's screeching all the time.
Yeah, especially now. He's,
but he's still cashing in on those angsty teenagers.
Oh well, yes. He's just reminding them that they should be cutting up and not across.
I used to defend him a lot because I used to be a massive Manson fan back in the 90s.
Yeah, same here.
White contact lens, long black hair, the whole shebang.
Oh, you're such a
I went to his first UK. I know. His first
My
UK
was
gig
just
at
as
the Forum.
bad. The contacts, though. Oh, wow.
He came along at just the time when I was like all angsty and I just came out of boarding school and I was looking for something. I was like, yeah, this is it.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
I've met a lot of good friends going to those gigs, so and it wasn't the only thing I was into, but
yeah. Why is I'm looking at my stream health here. It says it's not very good at the moment. Wonder why that is. Just plugged into the internet, damn it. I will not be defeated by the internet.
Who you with?
I'm with EE, and I've got a really good fibre optic.
Oh, that's a funny thing. You could ask anybody what internet provider, and then you just go, rash, their shit.
Yeah, BT. Friend Satirician, he's with BT, and yeah, I did exactly the same thing when he told me. Ooh, I know why you got internet problems. Oh, I used to have.
That surprised you?
Used to have Virgin Media at university. Oh, we know what the problem is there. Actually, the internet was pretty horrific back then. I blame Norwich. It sucked. So, what did you? Obviously, just before we came on, we were talking briefly about Las Vegas. what do you? So I have a few thoughts. I've been watching a lot of videos today and playing Rocket League because I'm productive, and there have been a lot of people talking about not politicizing it, and I'm okay with that because I think you shouldn't. But when evidence comes out that brings to light the motivation, that needs to be addressed. But I don't think it should be used to then ostracize something. For example, the fact the guy's white. There are undoubtedly going to be people online saying, eradicate the white race. There are already people talking about gun control. There always are going to be people talking about gun control. It is unsurprising.
The gun laws in Nevada are so loose.
Yeah, but they're not as loose as like Vermont. But yeah. And I think as long as people just deal with the people that are hurt and the families that have suffered for this, and not politicize it as a way to attack these things, you might not. I know you might look like less of a twat. I have seen other videos already from people on the left and on the right saying, there's evidence of Antifa Antifa propaganda in the guy's hotel room. Okay. I don't care. He shot people. And that's not funny. It's just, I don't really care.
No, any way you look at it and whatever angle you come at it from, it's a tragic event. It shouldn't be used as like a banner to push people's, political views and stuff.
Yeah, this is what I think. There was someone set up a GoFundMe not long ago to help the families and of those injured and stuff like that. And it had a very small target originally, but now it's at nearly $1 million raised already. That is phenomenal. That could help a lot of people, because obviously medical bills are covered a little differently over there. They don't have the NHS. So what do you guys think?
Well, I used to shoot guns in the UK up until 96. I think it was 96 when Dublin happened. And I've been shooting for 3 years at that point. Local gun range. I was getting ready to turn 18, get myself a gun license and all the shebang. And you know what? I was a little hacked off that, 3 years of training to get, to own a gun. On reflection, an 18-year-old with a gun is a bad idea.
Yeah.
And after Dublin, I kind of went up, you know what? Fair enough. Yeah, that stuff can't happen. Am I going to get, butthurt about not having a gun versus the safety of not getting shot up regularly? I'm okay with it. But America's a different different thing altogether. They've got a lot of guns. How would they even go about banning it?
Yeah.
But, people would bury them.
They have a lot of guns.
300 million guns, I think I heard.
That's one per person, isn't it?
That's a lot of guns. At least.
I don't know whether or not it should come down to more gun control. So I know that some people have already said I don't understand why. I think it was a tweet or a comment. I don't know why you need an AK-47 at all. And if you say you need it for hunting, then you're a shit shot. I think that's a dead-on comment. Someone mentioned you just need a cross. You need bolt action. That's all you need.
Have you ever tried shooting an AK-47?
I have not. I've only ever shot a Beretta for clay pigeon shooting.
Trust me, they're not precise guns. Maybe if you're like 10 feet away from somebody.
So you really shouldn't be having that gun to begin with. If you're going hunting with an AK-47, you really aren't going to be bringing much back.
No, honestly, you probably get better. You probably do better if you throw the gun at the deer.
Yeah, you're better off just going up to the deer and thwacking it with the butt end of it.
They're well made, from what I've been told. But Yeah, I mean, if you shoot one, the recoil just shoots it straight up in the air, and like fucking hell, you know.
Did you shoot one when you were in Vegas when you went to that gun range?
Yeah,
Then?
yeah, I did.
Oh, I'm so glad you said gun
muzzle
range, not
flash
concert. Dear God.
Yeah, it wasn't just hanging around.
Oh dear. See, we have clay pigeon
We're to
shooting
South America.
in Dover. It's
Yeah.
not too bad. You get 20 places to shoot. It's good fun. But I'm not tempted to take a shotgun anywhere else. It's not.
You can't. I mean, they're only like 2 shots at max. Maybe you get 6 shots if you're like you've got pump action.
Yeah, my dad uses a twin barrel, so he only has 2.
Yeah, it still takes a little while for it to be reloaded.
Yeah, and also the shots.
by
It's a
that
spread
point, you're
shots.
gonna-
It's not gonna. It's not exactly. I mean, it's damaging if you're up close, but not from distance.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's only going to be an inconvenience. But then again, you can kill somebody with a 2.2 air rifle. I don't know. Are they still legal? I don't even know anymore.
Well, in our country,
Yeah.
I know that. I think certain ones are. No, they're not, because my dad uses one to deal with pigeons when they shit on his house. Honestly, if a pigeon comes by and does that, that pigeon is dead.
Mm.
I remember being a teenager. One of the most popular things around were BB guns, and all my friends had these ones that fired copper pellets, and there I am with my PPK that fires tiny plastic balls.
I remember my back in the 90s when I used to trade like air rifles and pistols with friends.
Mm-hmm.
And we had and we used to get those darts that you could put into air guns as well. So not just the pellets, but like a dart with a little.
Well, like a tranquilizer gun.
No, it was just like a little metal, I guess aluminium dart with a little tail on the back, coloured nylon or something. And you shove that into your gun and you fire it, and it just stick into the target.
I think
kind of reuse it.
I honestly thought for a second you were talking about a more efficient way of administering ketamine to an addict.
I'm sure that would have been available. We could have put a syringe down there, and just fired that at somebody.
Yeah, why
I'm
not?
sure you get a small enough one. Why not?
Yeah, it sounds like fun.
But anyway, back to the point about guns in America. I really don't know what they're going to do. They've got too many people, too many guns. Okay, tougher on it. How much more tough are you going to get with?
I don't know. I don't think you're going to get very much
laws
more
they
tougher
have.
with a Republican president. I'm not saying that they're gun-toting madmen. I just don't think. I don't think they will. Trump's already issued a statement, and I was watching. I was watching something. I was watching him. It was in the mural room, and it's like 17 minutes long. 10 minutes of it is just an empty room, and he talks about. He just, he says the right things. I think he's going out to Vegas soon, to see some of the people and gamble. I think he said the right thing, which is good. But people are already going to be like, Donald Trump said nice things. Fuck off, Trump. I just noticed people complaining about you can't see names in the chat on the stream. Their names are coming up in red. I don't know why that is. Lol. You all don't have names. Suck on it. I'll fix that in the future. So what else has been going on in the news? Oh, we have in the UK we have a
Tom Petty died.
I'm sorry.
Did you hear about that?
Tom Petty?
Tom Petty.
Oh yeah, I saw that an hour
Earlier
ago.
this evening, yeah.
That
That made me a bit sad, actually.
Yeah. I mean, it's not.
He's only in his 60s as well.
Yeah. It's not like I don't know, singer from Radiohead died. I don't care if he dies. Coldplay don't care. You two really don't give a fuck. Tom Petty, though. Yeah. Sad times. Now I was about to talk about how Boris Johnson is trying to take power in the Conservative Party. I
At the tail end of something about that.
Yeah, it's just bollocks.
Didn't pay attention, really.
It's all bollocks. It doesn't really matter at all. I noticed, I was watching, 'cause it appeared in my recommended. There's this half-an-hour video of basically some people talking to Corbyn at various points in his early opposition leader position. And the first, Omegon is a cunt. The first clip they show of Corbyn is when he's very young, and he talks about how he's a proud socialist. And no, I don't care if you're a socialist or not. It doesn't work. Socialism does not work. We know this. And he's very awkward, but also like he doesn't know how to win. If that makes sense. Like they even talk about it openly. He had so many opportunities where he could have actually stuck it to Cameron, but he didn't. And it made things really awkward. I couldn't understand why Corbyn was so reluctant to win. I don't know. If Labour is going to become a socialist party, Labour is screwed.
I think they're kind of screwed at the moment anyway, though, aren't they?
I think so. I've been watching enough of Corbyn to notice he just doesn't know how to win. He also, there are some subjects he holds quite close to his heart, and I was watching this thing he did with Paxman because I was kind of interested after the Labour conference. I was very interested to hear what he plans, what McDonnell plans, and I'll get on to McDonnell in a moment. And in the manifesto for the recent election, he actually didn't have many of his main key policies, things that he supported, the very socialist policies in there, because he couldn't get the support to get them through. And yes, socialism is for losers. Now on to John McDonnell. He talked about public services and how he wanted to buy back rail and water for less than what they are worth. And I thought to myself,
okay,
that's going to... because he wants to invest the money into it to make it worthwhile for the customers. And I'm like, you really, really don't know what you're doing. To do that, you'd have to borrow hundreds of billions. And you're trying to undercut actual businesses.
Sense.
Yeah, you want to undercut businesses, and at the same time you want to invest money. You have to borrow hundreds of billions, maybe even a trillion or two. Why? Let the companies do this. If they want to improve their trains, let them do it. We regulate it. Oh dear, oh dear. It was... Oh, it's terrible. Oh, but the needs of the many... I don't care about the needs of the many. Or your perspective...
talking of the trains, when we went up to London on Friday, we got on one of the new trains to go up into London, and they're such an improvement. Because it's, I think it's a Chinese company that's bought Southwest trains.
Yeah, those industrious little fellows
so
invest a
much
lot of
nicer.
money into it because they've got lots of money for themselves. And that's good for this country. They invest the money.
Yeah,
They invested like millions into it.
I'm really actually looking forward to going on one of those trains to London.
Well, the high-speed
the
rail
old train
trains aren't that
system worked.
bad. High-speed rail's not bad. I've been on a few rough trains over the years. Like, I'd say, there was one. It was a really old timey-wimey one. Not even steam engine, like the first ever electric trains kind of thing. And the chairs were of that horrible fabric that itches. It was terrible. It was so uncomfortable. I felt like a prison. I once got a ticket for free. I finished university for the year and I was going back down to Kent to see my family. And I got my ticket and I lucked out. They put me in first class because someone double booked my seat. I went to sit in my first class seat and I thought, holy shit, this seat is so bad I may as well go back to economy. First class was not first. If that's first class, I would dread to see what like business class was, or even actually, if you looked at that first, I'd dread economy because it looked It looked like the tattiest, it looked like somebody had wanked over it. It was horrible.
Lovely.
I spent an hour because some retard had his leg pushed up against the emergency button for disabled people, so the alarm kept blaring off for like an hour. Because this retard couldn't move his leg. Why? Because he was so fat and he couldn't. He decided to slide in with his legs jammed under the desk. I just don't get it. I think he tried to lift the desk, and I was like, "You're really stupid. Your legs look like hams rubbing together. It's disgusting."
Right. I
It's
mentioned
like a
this
really
last time.
pleasant journey.
I mentioned this last time, but during the summer coming back from Reading, I'd getting on the train when it was Ascot. It was Ascot week, yeah. They were all coming back towards our way, and this guy, the train was packed, and just the biggest, sweatiest dude, clearly pissed, so decided to sit next to me and sort of rub himself against me, kind of falling asleep in his drunken stupor,
Did he
leaning
want
back,
to
his
maybe
big,
have sex with you?
sweaty back, kind of. I don't think that was on his mind. I think he just was, and he stank, and he was, he had
that's
beer
brilliant.
sweats. Oh, just,
I've seen two guys. I was going to Paramore in 2007, and two guys were fighting over a bottle of it was some Newcastle booze. Was it Newcastle Ale?
Newcastle Brown Ale.
Yeah.
Newcastle Brown Ale.
They were trying to fight over a bottle of it, and they both fell out of the train with the bottle still in the train on the tube. So we just shut the door and we had the drink instead because it wasn't opened. And we're like, yes. But they were fighting over one bottle of brown ale. It was worth it. I think I still got the video of that on one of my old phones. It's a very good video for like maybe, I don't know, at most 480. Not that I'm complaining.
That's not even alcohol that's worth fighting over, though.
I honestly couldn't explain why two guys in their probably middle-aged guys drunkenly fighting over a bottle of brown ale. It's not even. I will admit, Newcastle brown ale is not that good.
Yeah,
Generally,
I used to drink it.
Sorry?
I used to drink it, but no, it's not that. It's not that great.
Yeah,
Apparently, they reuse the bottles as well.
that's
Apparently
not
they don't
that's
clean
not
them
a bad
well.
thing. That's good. Recycling and everything.
Yeah, but from what I've heard, I mean, they come back to the factory with all sorts of crap in them, and they just wash them out and off they go.
We used to do we used to make our own beer in this and what do you call that thing? You put all the booze and stuff in when it's fermenting.
Bathtub.
Well, no, we had to use a plastic things you dissolve bodies in, and no,
Isn't it like a demijohn or something?
I don't know what it's called, but it had this plastic container and it had a tap at the bottom, and we used to bottle it as well. But we'd use this it's some kind of baby-related liquid that's used to purify bottles. We'd use that because it basically was a very weird bleach, and it worked. It was really good. So I wouldn't be surprised if somebody did something like that.
Sterilizer tablet stuff.
Yeah. But it wasn't a tablet though; it was in a bottle. But it's sterilizing, yeah.
Yeah, the same thing. Yeah.
But yeah, it's good stuff.
Because I use that to clean the coffee machine we've got.
We made some wine once, and I brought a bottle down here with me, and I went to drink it and realised that my housemate had switched it for Ribena. I was like, you motherfucker. Yeah, my family are like, oh, you made some really interesting wine. It doesn't taste like alcohol at all. It's not alcohol at all. The fuckers switched it. I should get those cunts back for that. Where's my wine? Oh, yes. What were we talking about? I don't know what we're talking about now.
We started on guns.
Yep.
And then we got onto
Jeremy Corbyn.
Jeremy Corbyn.
Yeah. Is there anything you guys wanted to talk about?
Well, I did notice the other day when I was in a meeting that this whole feminism thing is starting to encroach into the workplace slowly. But it's,
Really?
not internally, but yeah, not internally, but it just a guy came in to talk about technology, and they kind of made a comment about their diversity, that all the techies in our company are male, and it's like, well, yeah, we are working on it, but I guess they only take on the people that they think is the best to do it. But then he mentioned about having a diversity officer.
Ugh.
And it's like it did put my back up a little bit, because like, okay, what if we were at capacity? Would one of us lose our job to bring somebody in that was female? It's like, oh, that's quite a scary thought. But it's not out of the realms of possibility.
But there aren't many women that want to do what you do.
No, it's boring as hell.
Your job is very boring.
Yeah, like I said, I could do part-time work at boring paint off walls.
Yeah. I my old uni had a diversity officer, and many arguments arose any time a white person was considered for it. And I never quite understood why somehow the colour of the person who was in charge of diversity's skin mattered, as if somehow if they weren't white they could relate to everyone else. So no, they're not oppressed. You're not oppressed. You're just delicate. You don't want a diversity officer. You need a cushion. You need a blankie. A safety blankie.
Did you see that Jeff Holiday video recently where he was talking about a college somewhere in America, girl transitioned to a man and they wanted to become the diversity coach or something?
Oh, wasn't it a Catholic girls' college or something?
Yeah.
Oh God, this sounds amazing already.
And then, and she wanted to become, was it diversity? Something to do with diversity, to kind of champion diversity and all that. And they told her that she couldn't because she was a straight white male.
Lol.
Because she was
her first and only ever.
Now.
Yeah, that's her first and only ever taste of genuine oppression. I love that.
That's the third funny thing. You're going to see more of this. You see more.
But it's the fact that she decided she was male, was still allowed at a girls' college.
Mm-hmm. I think that's rather good. But it's been proven over time and time again that women aren't as oppressed as led to believe. That most of the guys seem to get the raw end of the stick. Remember that really old video that a lot of MRAs mention? That woman went undercover for like 18 months or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that comes.
When she was hanging out with guys, going bowling.
Although
and she came out of it like.
Yeah, they did kind of peg that she wasn't. There's something different about her, him, her, him, whatever. I honestly, I'm just lucky they picked someone with small tits to do that.
Yeah, because
trying to explain that to your friends
would be a bit more difficult. Well, just get some like pads for your arms, just so you're already built, You've got pecs.
The first legitimate man with tits. Totally not fake. How
like I said, I think it's just cool.
No, please.
I was just going to say that this seems to be something that's going to continue to happen as this becomes more popular. That all these stupid things are going to start eating themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're just going to, they'll start a fracture within that community anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to say call it leftist, but because I'm left, but this is further leftist. I'm going to call it for that anyway. But further fracturing of these subgroups. It's like there was another one I saw the other day where another American college, where the black students were complaining that there were 2 black Africans in the school.
Right.
And so they had too many black Africans and not enough black Americans. And so it's starting to be ridiculously fractured.
Yeah, okay, so to address the feminism thing, for the most part, I've been led to believe it was dying somewhat. If it isn't, okay, fair enough. More people to abuse, I guess. The fracturing part you mentioned, yeah, it is quite odd. I guess it's a consequence of intersectionality, where those that are the more marginalised are the ones that the resources of the intersectional feminism hub then lean towards to elevate them. But with race race makes it so much trickier, because race is such a focal point for these idiots. I do think it's interesting about the complaints about black Africans and black Americans. I want to know whether or not these black Africans are like, why they not pull their trousers up? Why are they gangsters? Why are they stealing everything? Oh, am I being racist? Sorry. I don't care.
I just just think about how bad we were at school back in the 90s. Oh dear.
I think there were only
inappropriate jokes.
There was only 3, maybe 4 people in my school that were of a different race, and they were mostly from Middle Eastern countries. And it hasn't changed much in that area since, to be honest. I think it's the closer you get to London, the more diverse it becomes, I guess. But at the same time, no one cares. It just doesn't matter. I mean, even in the town I live in, it's mostly white, which is a fantastic place for people to start this extermination of the white race. If you're going to do it here. We have a castle too, so we can plant a black flag, because we don't want whiteness. I think just to embellish on this for a minute, if anyone has white teeth, you're promoting white supremacy, and I strongly urge you to stop brushing them immediately. Please continue.
I've forgotten what I was going to say.
Damn.
Sorry.
Is that why there's been a big rise in black toothpaste?
Oh yeah, that's supposed to be.
There's loads of toothpaste around with charcoal in.
Yeah. Apparently that's supposed to be really good for getting impurities out. And I'm like, that's brilliant and everything. Yeah, but if people mix that wrong, shit, that stuff sticks into your teeth like super gel, super glue, super gel. Yeah, same thing. It just why?
Super gel.
Why would you do that though? Just look after your teeth to begin with, and you won't have to resort to bleaching them to the point where they glow in the dark. Or you shine a black light on them, and damn, those things are pearly. Remember that scene in Friends where Ross does it? He bleaches his teeth.
I was just going to say it was in Friends.
Yeah, that smile. Oh. I've been dying to use the scene where he says, "My sandwich." I never got around to it. I need to at some point. And yeah, I noticed in the chat. Okay, so Carlos in the chat mentioned that Milo Yiannopoulos has white teeth. He has a new set of teeth, I think, because those look like veneers on top of his teeth, because they're too big for his mouth. Which I assume is only that big because, well, he likes exotic cock. And they are very white. Oh dear, his teeth were funny. It's interesting talking about teeth again for a minute. That a lot of people I speak to that criticise Brits for having bad teeth, they themselves have far worse teeth than any Brit I know, including myself. I have good teeth because I brush them. Twice a day. Yeah. And yet I've seen so many people with fangs everywhere, crooked and coming out of all the angles possible in their mouth, but they judge the Brits.
Yeah.
We're not that
I know,
bad.
but it seems to be every bad person with bad teeth ends up on Jeremy Kyle.
That's because they all stood outside.
Gravitate towards it.
Yeah, I think Frankie Boyle pointed it out when he said that it's because they all stood outside Lidl's in Glasgow. That's where he picks them up. I've actually I know some people that have been on there, related to content creators on YouTube, but I'm not going to name them, of course. And I know some who've been on there to do DNA tests, and I'm like, and when they find out the person's cheated, the mother has cheated, and then they're like, "Oh, I'll stay with you and raise the child." I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? That bitch cheated. Like,
yeah,
seriously.
but then they wheel out the line, like, anyone can be a father, it takes a real man to be a dad.
Oh, fuck off with that. I hate that so much. I can't. It just reminds me of all those kids that are obsessed with meeting their biological father when they've always had one at home, even if he's not been biological. I'm like, I just don't care. It's up to the child to understand this eventually. All of the Chinese immigrants in the UK are Cantonese. Good to know. Do they have shit teeth too? I want to know for a friend.
Actually, there was a thing on a video we watched the other day about there's a lot of people in China having dental work done.
What, here or over there?
From the teeth out.
Really?
No, over there.
Yeah, because they see it as attractive to have the, like these canines that kind of stick out a bit.
Oh, you mean
most
like
people are given a brace for over here.
I like canines. Do they do the American treatment and get them all completely straightened?
No, that's the thing. Is apparently they like it with the canines where they're kind of pushed sort of outwards and up, so they kind of stick out a little bit.
Yeah.
So not like fangs, but yeah, like kind of jutting out a little bit. Apparently that's attractive. So
really,
they go for that look. Yeah.
How is that attractive? I don't understand.
Have you seen the stuff that comes out of China and Japan?
I know that Japan, by and large, has worse teeth than Great Britain, but nobody bloody well points it out.
Yeah.
I also know
I always
that
get annoyed when I saw the Simpsons episodes where they have like great smiles of Britain.
Oh,
and they all got jagged.
They do it with Family Guy as well.
That.
Oh, that was tragic.
I do. I get a bit triggered. I do.
One does get rather triggered, yes. I
was watching American Horror Story at the moment, and one of the actresses is doing this English accent, and you listen to it like,
oh god, her. Oh, it's terrible.
It's just, it's not terrible. It would probably be good if she wasn't like, spooning it on so thick, because no one talks like, hello, my name's, really, really posh. No one does it.
Nope.
That I know of, unless you're not even the royal family.
Worse than what she said, someone was absolutely crackers.
Oh dear God.
No one says that.
No one does.
Maybe my mum did. I don't know.
I think I probably said it as a child, but only because I wanted to get beaten up. It's not something you should be saying.
But
I've noticed. You meant to mention accents. There are quite a number of Brits who've successfully managed to pass off as, as American, which has always been quite good. Kind of makes us a lot more. I don't know.
Hugh Laurie's the big one, isn't he?
Yeah.
His accent always bugged me.
Well, I would say actually someone else very famous, Dominic West, when he was in The Wire. McNulty, he's English. He went to frickin' Eton.
Oh really?
Yeah, he was on Have I Got News for You. They talked about it.
Tim Roth is quite good at being American as well.
Oh yeah,
Tim
Tim
Roth. Be
Roth.
excused for actually forgetting He could be an excuse for forgetting he's actually British, and he's lived over there for years, but he still managed to maintain it.
I'll give him credit.
But it's a good one. Is Madonna. She remember she went for, I don't know if she's doing it still, but she went for that phase of putting on a bit of an English accent, and that really weirded me out because Madonna is quintessentially American, especially during the 80s. She was like, Michael Jackson, Madonna, American flag. It was America. So I see her with an English accent it really threw me.
Do you want to hear of the very best in accents? That is former England manager Steve McLaren. When he became the manager of a team in Germany called Wolfsburg, his accent turned to German. His English accent turned to German accent. It wasn't even speaking in German. He was just doing it. And then I think he went to a team in the Netherlands and his accent switched again. This isn't even a joke. The guy... I don't know what he was doing. I don't understand. But he ditched his accent.
I think some people are prone to picking up accents, though, if you live in a place for long enough.
Yeah, but I know a friend who went to Liverpool for a week, and he came back going, "Oh man, fuck you, fuck all you up." That's all he ever said. Is that really what Liverpool's like? I'm very scared for Liverpool if that's all they say.
Yeah, I'm just glad after living in Bristol for 7-8 years, I didn't develop a Bristolian accent.
Oh God, you don't sound like Russell Howard.
I don't.
He's not even funny.
He's mildly amusing.
He's amusing enough for the BBC to take notice and give him a TV show for a few years. I think they did that with Michael McIntyre
he's
too.
Off the screen now, isn't he?
Sorry?
Seems that they get, because he's now in in a relationship and stuff. It seems that people get like TV shows when they're in the dumps, and then as soon as they kind of get happy in relationships, and they lose their show.
Yeah.
So moral of the story.
No, Russell Brand's doing the rounds again though.
Oh God.
He's all like happy and settled, and has got a book out and is back doing stand up.
He fights the establishment, but conforms in every single way.
No, he was on morning TV the other day, and he made some comment. He's like, "Do you remember when I was into all that political stuff? Yeah, that was a bit mad, wasn't it? I should."
Idiot! Oh, he's such a muppet. He once protested and then just got stark bollock naked, and when they censored it, it was the smallest...
I've seen that video, yeah.
It's like the smallest censoring thing ever as well. Like, yeah, that's right. You ain't packing. You need to put that pecker away. Oh, it was so small.
He did used to be funny.
Yeah, probably.
When he was first doing stand-up.
Yeah, but then he made a lot of money and became a little socialist idealist douchebag.
Yeah,
and
does
he still do the Trues? That YouTube thing he does? I mean, he's successful in that regard, but I don't know if he does that anymore.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't care if to check.
If he does, I never really think to look it up.
Yeah, I've never really looked into it.
He has his moments. Yeah, I saw that. I think we were talking about the MTV Music Awards when he was hosting that.
I've never seen that.
Because he thought he came out to give a whole bit on Bush.
Mm-hmm.
Say how much of an idiot he was, thinking that everybody would be on side. Literally, the first joke he did, it just went. Everybody was like. So he's basically his whole bit for the whole show just got up in flames.
Oh,
Sorry,
that's
spoilers.
Amazing. I love it already.
So yeah, go find it. It's that one's pretty amusing. He has his moments.
Yeah, I mean, he's very funny on Big Fat Quiz of the Year. If he's ever teamed with Noel Fielding or Richard Ayoade, yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
But I think Iowati makes that team, and same with Fielding, even though Fielding isn't that.
I love Richard Iowati. He's brilliant.
I just like his hair. Okay.
I like the fact that Moss from the IT crowd was kind of loosely based on him anyway.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
He's nothing like his characters. He's nothing like his on-screen character because he's really quiet.
Yeah.
Do you ever watch that show, The Goldbergs? On TV,
Yeah, I've got the
Goldbergs?
first 2 seasons on DVD. Oh, that show's so funny.
Just go and see. Go and watch like videos about the actor who plays Barry, and he is so different. He unbelievably so. He's really quiet, reserved. Doesn't really nice guy, but he's quite quiet and he doesn't want to get involved in stuff. And then obviously
He runs with his hands behind his back.
Yeah, so walks around sort of shuffling.
He runs with it like he's an airplane. He's such a bellend. That show is so good. I can't believe, I know at the end of every episode he shows a clip, almost pretty much proves what he said, what happened in the home movie from Adam Goldberg's. Is it Adam Goldberg? Yeah, from his childhood, proving that it actually happened. That's what's so good about it. I love that.
I think everyone that grew up in the 80s has had at least a couple of moments very similar to stuff that's happened in that show.
Yeah. Things like the old mixtapes and things.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I actually received one of those.
Perfect mixtape.
I received one when I was 16, and the girl thought I hadn't noticed. I put it in my bag, and I'm like, you put it on top of my bag with a teddy bear with a diamond on it, and you didn't think I'd notice, or anyone else that matter? I'm not listening to this. It was cringe. This is before cringe was overused. It was very bad. The mother thing, I can relate to that, like with how over...
The jumpers.
Yeah, the jumpers. How overbearing as well. Oh, God.
For me, it was the jumpers. In fact, my mum used to wear velour tracksuits.
Yeah, no, my mum never did that.
With the shoulder pads and the embroidery down like the side.
Yeah, my mum had shoulder pads on her shoulder pads and the big 80s perm as well.
Yeah, my mum had the perm. I had big shoulders, so whenever I saw anyone wearing shoulder pads, I'd be like, why? Why? You can't carry a bag on those. It doesn't make sense. It makes it like a robot. You look stupid. The perm thing, I never understood that. Like, people sitting there with their hair in rollers, the helmet thing on, in hairdressers.
I remember one year my mum thought it'd be it must be like 87. My mum thought it'd be a really good idea for me to get a perm. It wasn't a good idea.
Thank you for sharing this.
Well, it's not something I tend to go around, but yeah, I just much pity. Trust me, I had enough piss taking out of me already. Go back to school with that.
When you had this when you had this perm, were you suddenly tempted to start breaking out Bon Jovi? Come on. Were you tempted to start singing Bon Jovi? Come on, admit it. The perm controlled you.
No, my hair was actually quite short, so I looked like I don't know what I looked like. So I never have a picture of me, but I did. Yeah, bellend. Almost as cringy as when I had blonde highlights during the 90s.
Oh, the highlight phase. I know so many people that had highlights, and I was looking at them like, you either look like a really dirty cat or you just look fucking stupid. There I am, and I can't really say much. I had long hair, so I just had curtains, really, really long hair. Everyone else got hair that's rock solid with all that hair gel on it, right? In a quiff at the end, of course. Or they've got highlights on it. You all look ridiculous, Swish's hair.
But one thing I never owned ever was those bright shirts guys used to wear to go out in. They don't do them now, but it was bright yellow or pink or something. And,
Oh, it was the
It's not
the
pink,
Ben Sherman
it's salmon.
shirts.
yeah,
It's not pink, it's salmon.
yeah. It's not gay. It's not gay.
See, I don't mind.
Fuck off, mate. Fuck
You used
off.
to see a group of them walking around. They look like a packet of they used to be called Opal fruits then.
Yeah,
like Starburst.
Starburst, yeah.
Mate, you go down Yates's tonight, innit?
Can you imagine saying that? Imagine saying that to somebody, you guys look like a pack of Starburst. That'd be pretty funny abuse. I bet they'd chase you.
Trust me, you don't want to fight them. There's so much hair gel, you need to get grip.
Honestly, the hair gel... No, it's not just that, though. If that stuff is set like concrete, that's a weapon. If they turn it into a quiff, that's a blade. Slice your bloody throat with that stuff.
Yeah, I remember going into a few trendy nightclubs, with trendy mates. Ed, come on, mate, you can come to this club, and then I had that awkward time of trying to find something out of the massive black I used to own to wear to a nightclub.
Do I wear the black or the black?
Or the black? What should I do? Which one's cleanest? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then going into there and being thoroughly bored.
Yeah, I couldn't. Nightclubs bore the living hell out of me. I'm not interested in just going there, listening to loud music, and standing around a lot of people. Unless it's a gig,
Metal clubs are all right. I used to quite enjoy doing that.
One of them.
Just going out dancing and stuff.
There is one in Norwich that is solely metal, and I will admit that was a lot more interesting. But I can't be bothered with nightclubs generally. That's just so boring.
Actually, it's quite funny. Outside Satiricon, we overheard the security team having a conversation about the evening. I think I think somebody said, "Will there be any trouble?" And said, "Don't worry, there will be no trouble from this lot at all."
He was like, "It might look like it, but they're a really nice."
Yeah. I'm actually going to a gig in 2 weeks. I'm going to see Dragon Force in Dover. I'm just going to get drunk.
Watch out.
Just going to drink. That's all I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm exciting, see.
I haven't listened to any of the new stuff. There's Through the Fire and the Flames, that album.
That was that was a song from the third album. They're on their seventh
album. Okay. Yeah, a bit behind them.
Yeah,
I don't like them.
They changed singer after the fourth album.
Okay. It does feel like you it's like you've had too much caffeine, and I get through halfway through the album and I'm exhausted.
That's changed now.
They're exhausting to listen to.
They're with their newer singer. A lot of songs are slower because he has a far broader vocal range, so they're able to play a bit more with a bit more melody to it. There is some insanity here and there, but it's not as compact.
Machine Head's new album comes out at the beginning of next year.
Ooh, what's their new album called?
Yes, it's called Catharsis, but they're touring over here.
Ooh,
I think
I want to see.
So
that.
I need to get tickets.
I need.
Yeah, we saw them. We saw them the last 2 times they were over here.
Yeah, I've never seen them. So, I need to see them.
Oh, they're amazing live.
Catharsis. That's quite a sort of downbeat name. It was released in 2018, January. That was near my birthday. I wonder if they'll be touring near then as well. Let's have a look. Whereabouts?
Yeah, I think the UK gigs are in May. When I looked earlier.
Yeah, May from 13th to 25th. Where would you think of going?
Probably London.
There's a couple in London.
Yeah, it's at the Roundhouse, which is where they were for the Bloodstone and Diamonds one. Last time they were over here.
Yeah. That's interesting. I might go and see them. Can't really get to most of those. London is the nearest. Interesting. Something to think about. Maybe I'll go.
It's worth seeing them live. They're brilliant live.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those bands that actually sound like they do on the album.
As long as Rob Flynn doesn't start rapping, we won't have a problem.
No.
No.
They've been banned. There's an international treaty that banned him from ever rapping again.
We'll issue a court order that says he cannot sing.
He can sing, but he can't rap.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, I meant rap. Sorry. No more rapping.
You can't sing. That's the kind of.
Don't embarrass
Yeah,
yourself.
so that's definitely when they went down. Because that was More Things Change, I think, that album when they did that. The Burning Red Burning Red had a bit of that as well.
More Things Change was awful album though.
Let's not talk about it. It's very painful.
Let's not. Let's just forget it happened.
I'd like to think that they actually never released it, and they just went from like through the Ashes of Empires onwards. Let's just forget the second and third, shall we? Painful stuff. I know that their label encouraged them to latch onto this new metal thing like Papa Roach. It's like, just don't.
Yeah.
Don't. Thank you.
I'm still amazed that Papa Roach is still going.
And going strong. Their albums
They're
still
touring again.
They're always touring. Their albums sell really well. I think I've heard a few. I've heard a few of the newer album stuff. They've got some really catchy tunes on there, and
Do they still sound like an Avenged Sevenfold rip?
Well, they started before Avenged Sevenfold, so it might be that.
No, because when they made their comeback, it's the late 2000s.
Oh yeah,
even their look,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they still sound like that, I guess. I don't mind that sound, to be honest. It's all right. I mean, there's a couple of really good acoustic songs on their new album, so I'm not really going to be too. I don't complain too much. Because they make good stuff. Avenged Sevenfold.
Really listen to anything by them.
Well, they're still good live.
I like Avenged Sevenfold, so.
I like it. I want to see them live as well. Actually, I need to get out more. I need to buy the new album actually because I haven't actually got it. I'll have to do that tomorrow. Well, yes, maybe. Yeah.
Mind you, when I was looking at gigs earlier, I did notice that apparently Crazy Town are touring. I don't know whether you remember that. Crazy Town, yeah, that awful song Butterfly.
Oh, Jesus Christ, yeah.
Yeah, the shifty shell shock.
Oh,
it is the walking embodiment of new metal 90s.
Or basically,
you can't find more.
Yeah, that or the first two albums of Linkin Park's catalogue. Those albums were virtually identical. There was just nothing different about them.
No.
It was better that than Creed though, so I'll let it slide.
Anything's better than Creed, though.
Yeah,
to be fair.
Creed.
I think we watched that top 10 recently on YouTube. It says had like top 10 bands that everyone hates, and Creed was at number 1.
Really, they beat Nickelback.
Oh no! Oh, actually, sorry, no, I brought wrong. I think he came in number 2. No one could beat Nickelback. Sorry, I got that wrong.
Yeah.
So I forgot about Nickelback.
See, I don't know why Nickelback gets so much stick.
I kind of like some of. Yeah, I kind of like some of their stuff.
Yeah, it's a few songs, not many, but there's a few. And I can honestly say, when Creed did their 4th album, it actually wasn't that bad. I actually thought it was quite good because it was a bit more. I don't know, it just wasn't so gay. Yeah, that's right. That's all I can say about Creed. It's just gay. Sorry, Creed.
I haven't got very much I can say about it. I can only go with what I saw on MTV. Well, when they used to still do music.
Yeah. What do they do now?
Yeah. It's all reality TV stuff. Like, my pregnant teenage daughter and, Single Mums USA and stuff. It's like, and what's that one? The mother with the little kid, and oh god, the mum's huge and kids. I don't know what's it called.
Honey Boo Boo?
Shit. That's the one. Holy crap! What the fuck is that about?
I have no idea what it's about, but I only know it exists because of South Park, where James Cameron dives deep into the ocean to find the bar and raise it. And Cartman fights Honey Boo Boo, or Honey Boo Boo's mom, or something. And then Honey Boo Boo has open heart surgery at the age of like 7 or 8. It's deeply disturbing. Actually, they're going strong this year as well, aren't they? Because they've been... South Park have moved on to attack... I think they've started attacking the... white nationalists, I think. I need to watch it. I've been watching Better Call Saul season 3, so I need to finish that and move on to South Park. Yeah. I'm exciting like that.
We've got back to American Horror Story.
I still occasionally watch American prison documentaries. I earlier watched one that was based on a guy on death on his last 8 days on death row. I didn't even realise it was his last 8 days, and I went and googled him and I was like, oh fuck, he actually got killed. Shit. Maybe you shouldn't have murdered that boy then, huh? And he's talking about how good he is as a Christian. I'm like, how come these guys on death row all seem to end up to be good Christians before they die? Like, it's all well good you found God, but it's a bit fucking late. Maybe you should have found your precious little God before. In a Kinder egg.
Yeah.
It's pretty disturbing.
Yeah, all the murdery stuff isn't a good move, really.
Yeah.
You hear a lot of people find God, don't they, when they know...
Yeah, it's really...
I think it's people hedging their bets, really. Just in case.
Nothing else to lose, eh? Hey, as well.
Yeah, fuck it. Well, my God, he's gonna, like, totes save me? No. I don't get it. It does make for interesting viewing to see these guys talk about how, like, some of them still maintaining their innocence, even though there was so much evidence shown in the videos to prove that they did it. They done it bad. Maybe you shouldn't have killed them. You know, just advice. Yeah. Well, that was nice and happy, wasn't it? I don't know what to talk about.
Prison documentaries are addictive watching, though.
Yeah, they are. There's nothing. Someone did. I don't know who it was. It might have been Laura. I think I told her about watching them, and she said, I don't know. Maybe she's the one that said it. I don't know what's more sad, the person in prison or the guy watching the people in prison. That's just cold. I guess it makes me...
I was intrigued by the American ones where they, I've got like 350 years.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Or in Louisiana, when you get sentenced to life, that means your natural life. That's like, holy fuck.
Oh, yeah.
You really shouldn't commit a murder in Louisiana. Just saying.
You really shouldn't commit murder anywhere, to be fair.
Well, yeah, I'll agree with that. But if you're going to and you want to go to prison...
Or if you do, just don't get caught.
Yeah.
There's some advice for everyone there.
Yeah.
Public service.
We're all about helping people. And the real victims of those murders are the murderers. No, they're not. Oh dear, that's precious. There was actually I was watching one yesterday of two guys that broke out of a prison. One was found within 3 weeks, 150 miles away, and I think the other one was found a year later almost, or a month later. One of those two. I think it was a year later. But by then they changed so much, and it was quite a shock. That these guys managed, but they managed to go so long, and yet one of them was injured quite badly. That's quite surprising. To be fair, the desperate to go as far as you do without getting caught for so long, I guess. In England, it's a little bit harder, but we don't have the death penalty. Even though we should bring it back.
Considering the amount of CCTV there is everywhere, you're never going to be able.
I swear there's CCTV footage in my house. It's strange. You don't get privacy anywhere these days. After all that, do you remember that? That intelligence building in London that got accused of tapping. GCHQ, is it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was some dodgy stuff. I don't want that going on in this country. I'd like to believe we're better than that.
Well, yeah. Did you know that it's illegal to encrypt your hard drive?
Really?
Really?
Yeah, well, you can, but if you get asked for the password, if you don't provide it, you will be thrown into prison.
Haha. Get fucked. My drive stays encrypted.
Yeah, they'll just assume there's something on it, and then you'll just bang you up for it.
Yeah. I don't care.
So, you still can't look at it. Nah.
Yeah. No.
I'm sitting in my shell cell going.
You're checking my anal cavity, but you still can't get. You can't get my hard drive. No. Who's the real winner here? Me. You're checking up my ass.
Or you just give them like loads of passwords, like "suck my balls 65." Try that one.
The Vag Destroyer. 69.
So, you can come up with loads of different stupid passwords to try.
Love corrupting lesbians.
The theory is that with like AES 256, it would take, even with the fastest computer, several years to do a brute force attack on it.
Good.
Quantum computing may change that, because the processor speeds will go up ridiculously, but it's still going to take a long time unless you've got like ABC 123 or something stupid like that.
It's like cold fusion. It's going to take a long time to get anywhere near actually having it made.
So I did try actually hacking my own Wi-Fi password, and you can come up with your own dictionary using a program. And in order to do, I knew what the password was, so I knew that it was only uppercase letters and numbers, and it was about 9 digits, 9 characters long. So I punched that all in, and it said, right, it tells you how much space it's going to need and how much time it's going to compute. It was going to take like 9 days and take 2.5 terabytes or something stupid like that to come up with a dictionary. And that's before even trying to hack the password. So, yeah. Don't bother.
Yeah.
Has anyone actually been thrown in jail, though?
Yeah.
Oh, they have?
Yeah. I've been... I think, I'm not sure if it was in this country, yeah. There was an article about it. Actually, I read it about 6 months ago. And then I saw another article about saying, remember that guy that got thrown to prison because of, not unencrypting his hard drive? He's still in jail.
Lol.
So I saw it on Reddit, I think.
It actually brings up a very interesting subject about Apple. Because they are legal, they're bound by law. So they don't, even with subpoenas, they never give up the user details of their customers' phone, so it can't be broken into, and people can't crack it either. That's, to me, quite fascinating. I to an extent respect Apple because of it, but I still don't care. I don't like Apple.
I'm not a big fan of Apple,
but I respect their privacy standards.
Yeah, but this, part of the whole big leak, the NSA leaks they had recently, a lot of the NSA techniques say that they don't even bother trying to hack the actual encryption in the stream. They just get your phone and they'll hack your phone. Even iPhones have got exploit.
Yeah, that is very true.
There was one a little while ago where you had to I did it on a mate's phone when I found out about it. You basically you open the camera app and then you go back and then you do a few bits and pieces. Then you go right, press, and it opened the phone.
Yeah, we
back to him and said, "There we go."
Back when I used to be an engineer, this was something quite a number of engineers and myself, we got bored, so we'd just do that. If we couldn't get into a phone that had been sent to us for repair, we had two options. Either we sent it to Flash and they erased everything, or we, because we were bored, we tried to break into them. And there was something related to the camera app you could do to get in. I didn't care though. Apple's so shit. It's like we had a fuckload of Blackberries back then as well. BlackBerry was such a terrible phone. But all the girls I knew had one because it was so easy for them to text. And I'm like, I have small hands, but I can't do this. I don't understand this. It's too small.
I never got the fascination with them. Loads of people I knew had Blackberries.
I used to just call them... Oh, excuse me. I used to just call them cackberries. That's just crapple and cackberries. I had no time for those phones. They were terrible. I almost considered upgrading to ones, but then I realised that I'm not a girl and I can't type on one. Oh, have I killed the conversation?
No, I'm trying to find a thing on Reddit.
Fair enough. You, like I, need a life. I think I'm getting too tired. What are you looking for on Reddit?
I think it might be under encryption. I think. Was it the guy? Yeah. Well, I'll send it to you later.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I think it's quite interesting.
That'd be awesome. Okay. I'm actually getting really tired, so I think I might end this here if that's okay.
Cool.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. What I'll do, if you're okay with me doing this like this in the future, it seems to run fairly smoothly. I should be. I'll add some. I'll find some articles in the week we can look at for next week. It'll be kind of fun, or a video because that works now. Yeah. I've been looking at BBC videos. They still have more BBC Three ridiculous videos. I found one on things not to say to fat people, and all the people in it are basically saying, "Don't call me fat. I know I'm fat." And I'm like, but you're fat. And one of them, her eyebrows scare me. They don't make sense. And there's a fashion rule. Okay, so if you want to look slimmer and you wear stripy clothing, make sure the stripes go horizontal, not vertical. Because if they go vertical, you can see the clear bend in them. It looks like someone photoshopped your body. You know where the bends appear in the curves of people? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she looks like that. It's ridiculous.
Or just don't wear stripes.
Yeah.
Full stop.
Black is supposed to be slimming, but black has limits. If I can still struggle to see past you, the black is doing you no favours. Anyway, now that I fat-shamed some fat fuck on BBC 3 thing, I'll end this.